You can insight. All right. You can tell that it's not Paige per se that has her worried. It's that she's worried more or less that she's been captured. I don't think there would be anyone else here who could really help with this. I'm sorry if it's troubling or whatever. We've gone through a lot to make sure that you would be okay. Roll a persuasion. Yep. There's a Lily roll. And she kind of looks at Jade for a moment and just thinks, it's... No, I'm fine now, don't worry. It's... You wanted to know what I was doing before this all happened. Well, do you all know the plight of the clan known as the Stormcallers?
Oh, I have a. I think I may. I kind of knew one of you a while back. Not for long, though. I see her every now and again.
Yeah, Paige, and the woman will continue. I'm not one of them. I was just about 5 or 6 years ago when things were getting bad. Flying Island appearing, all those freak storms. People were blaming the Stormcallers for everything. I was asked by a number of people to help get some of these Stormcallers out of the camps they were put into and into safety. Though apparently some people didn't approve of that, but the normal people we were dealing with were just hired thugs and whatnot. It shouldn't have been something that would have kept me out for weeks.
Well, looks like you may have been cursed with something a bit powerful. We managed to give you some medicine. Seem to be doing fine now. Though, Paige, I got a question. How is this gonna?
How's this going to apply?
Yeah.
Who hired you to help the Stormcallers? And the woman kind of looks visibly shocked that you knew I was hired.
Oh.
They had hats.
Oh, for God's sake! You ever heard of? No. Okay.
Paige will explain at this point. They had hats and they looked like orcs for the most part otherwise, but... And the woman will explain, yes, but aside from the one, they were all like orcs. The one who spoke to me and dealt with me seemed rather eloquent, actually. Yeah, you can roll a... What check would this be? I think a history will work. A history with advantage. Oof. Yeah, you apparently have not encountered them at all in your travels, and Paige will kind of just nod at that point and think, yes, as Shiki is no doubt recalled, you were hired by a group known as the Kurjian.
And this elegant fellow, I got a question. Can you make out details of their face?
No, yes, actually, but he looked just like another one of them, though he did have probably the most impressive hat. And Paige will think at this moment...
How long ago was this?
This was maybe, if I was out for a few weeks, maybe 2 months ago. Let's see if there's anything else that helps.
I ain't killed him. I ain't killed him yet.
Yeah, if there's anything else that helps, it was a very large, impressive hat. His skin actually was a bit more red than green, and at that point, Paige just stops. You actually dealt with one of the generals in person. I did not think they would often come out to deal with people outside of fighting.
Paige, I don't remember generals too well. Do you know how rare they are?
There's 7 at most.
Hmm.
In the entire race. They're very, very powerful and very dangerous. If they're taking a hand in this, I do believe they will be our link to get back to what we're actually seeking. We'll just have to locate them and learn this out. Did you have a meeting point, perhaps, where you're supposed to meet them? And the elfin woman will, yes, though I'd have to point it out on a map. It's not a place I could easily explain. And yeah, Paige will nod and bring out a map, as the woman will explain more. And let me move you all to the world map. I moved you all right. Yeah, get the rest of the party for him. So by the time they get back, let's see where this all happened. I was around the location. It was south of the Green Peak Mountains, around Silwood, towards the forest. Right about here was where I was supposed to meet up with them next.
Okay, just jot that down. That's
Let me go into
Where at?
Where is Ashenport? I'm trying to think. Where's Ashenport on the map?
where's Ashenport. You see the
Okay,
yeah, you see the Paragon token. That's where Ashenport is currently.
that's gonna be some travel. Gonna have to try and get some transportation.
And Paige would kind of look at that confused for a moment. That's very strange. We found you in Hildheim.
Put an X on it.
Put an X on it right there.
Yeah, I'll change it to a different color.
I agree with that, Red.
Before I realized you did.
Yeah. Yeah, I put a red token on there so you can see exactly where the spot is. But yeah, Paige will say then, that's strange. We found you in Hildheim. That's a far cry from where you're saying you were supposed to meet. Something very strange is at play there.
I may have to speak to Baron about maybe getting my land crab back. That they're not really orcs as such. They just kind of look like them. In all fairness, I would say they're meaner than orcs.
Well, like I said, the only one I dealt with was you said he was a general? Is that like a military?
Yeah.
But he was the only one I dealt with directly. They seemed polite enough, and they were working to some sort of goal, and they paid well.
Yeah, they tend to do pay well from all the money they take off the dead bodies.
Now I actually joined them with a few raids to help free some stormcallers. I don't recall a single one of them stopping to ever loot any of the bodies.
Huh. Now that is pretty strange.
They could be mercenaries for hire.
Well, they clearly want stormcallers for something. Usually, they only go to fight for the sake of fighting. Never usually with much purpose.
And Paige will nod. Yes, that's like fighting is their only purpose.
I think
something else.
The only time I knew them to take breaks was when they're either pissing, sleeping, or buying guns from me.
They only get their hats from a stronger opponent who is their hat size.
Yeah.
That's how they get all their clothes. Actually,
I've had some fun with them, and Shiki points to the top of the head, and a big old top hat forms. They're really easy to trick.
Unless someone's manipulating them.
Or someone's promised them a bigger hat.
Regardless, this is definitely strange, and Paige will look at the others. I think this applies to what we're looking into, especially wherever they're acting in such big numbers in that sort of a manner. I think this is definitely something worth looking into.
Yeah, this is definitely something odd happening right here.
Well, she was going to Hildheim to begin with. That in itself is suspicious.
Yes, there's a lot of strange things at work here. I'll leave it up to you all to decide how you're going to handle this, but I would hope that you look into it next.
Well, again, need to think about getting the land crab back.
I didn't have her name prepared. I apologize.
It's not a Potter right now.
Nomi. Her name is Nomi. That would probably be best. I get the feeling they would attack anyone else who were to show up, though. I'm already late. They may have gone somewhere else, but I could probably help you find where they went.
Dude,
She looks really apprehensive at the idea.
the question is, Jade. She still doesn't look like in any condition to be moved. By the time we finally get there, and it's going to be a pretty long trip, it may already be way too late to track them.
If they couldn't already, what makes you think they can now?
Paige will kind of, Paige will nod. Yes, because the proper medicine they have now, we could probably heal them fully, though the only person who there is one person in the area who could heal them, but he's Father O'Malley, O'Connell, O'Carroll, O'Reilly, O'Brien, O'Sullivan III.
Who is also
Yes,
like that.
he's
From Haven.
He's at least a good spirit, but I'll have to send Vesha out for him to see what he can do.
Right. In that case, while you guys are doing that, I am going to go and try and get my land vehicle back.
Right.
Why did I rent everything out?
Back to the Raven's Wings. All right, so Shiki, you're going off to speak to the Count?
Yep.
All right, and I'm going to have Vesha go off to get Father O'Malley, so that'll be back shortly enough. So I'll take care of Shiki first. So Shiki, you go off to find the Count, and after a bit of speaking here and there, you're directed towards his manor up on the ridge, which he has converted at least one of the wings into his little tinkering workshop, which he wasn't using the wing anyway, so he doesn't feel bad.
And you've been busy.
And well, it's been a thing he's been doing over the past 5 years, so it's probably been like that for a year.
Yeah, to be fair, I've probably seen it get bigger and bigger.
You've seen it like it, so. And inside.
Yeah, he got weird.
He got weird, but he's good at it.
Yeah. Actually, do I know Baron on a first name basis at this point?
You do know him on a first name basis, so you can call him Klaus.
Klaus?
Yeah.
Klaus.
Oh, Klaus.
Klaus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's one of those names that does not roll off my tongue well.
Yeah, it doesn't really do it that well, which is why I've been referring to him by his title. And by his old title, even.
I just keep calling him Baron. I like it better.
Everyone, the name flows better, and that's actually the direct reference for what I'm basing his character off of, at least in some points.
Yeah. So.
At least the idea of his character.
Morning, Baron.
Yes, there you are, Fox.
Oh,
you kind of see him. He's there. He's looking over the flying machine at this point. The wings are actually completely off.
And so, what's the damage? Completely replaceable, or?
It's replaceable, but a lot of these components are not cheap. I was using mithril for most of the wood or for most of the metal, and ghostlight for the wood.
I keep telling you should just use mahogany.
Mahogany is a bit too heavy for what I need, though it would be a lot sturdier.
If you say so. I've always had good luck with it.
So, you here to help me look into things?
Well, we may have a lead on possibly what I'm looking for.
Oh?
Also, but it could possibly lead to the people who shot down your little flying machine here.
Yes, that's good. What did you find out?
Well, I can't remember. Have you ever met orc-like creatures like fancy hats?
Yes, we've had dealings with them.
Dealings or punch-ups?
We've had encounters among the crew I've rented out for the Cloud's Destiny has reported encountering them at a few points, though no direct combats back and forth.
I'm very confident in their combat abilities.
Yes, it's been reported that these creatures are very apt at combat.
Yeah. Best not insult the hats. Word of advice. But yeah, so we've these particular individuals may lead back to the possibility of us finding Arashi, who I may I'm kind of speculating may have had something to do with your lightning birds. In
Hmm,
theory, so I'm trying to keep this brief.
that would not.
To be fair, if I told you everything, it's just a jumbled mess right now.
I would not be surprised if he was related in some way to it.
He seems to be he always was a troublemaker without realizing it.
Yes, though if he didn't leave behind most of his tools, I probably wouldn't have had the head start I did.
Well, luckily someone was there to teach you.
Yes. So, is there anything else you need to tell me, or is it just reporting that?
Well, one I was going to ask, are you and Chase finally actually going out for dinner tonight?
Has Des put you up to this?
No, but you really should. It's about time. You can't stay in the workshop all your life.
The other thing?
I need my land crab back.
It'll take us a few days for that. I currently have it out exploring under the ocean surface, a few miles off of town.
Why did you make me upgrade its submergibility again?
You didn't have to do much, granted.
Yes, but still.
But it'll be back in a few days if you're able to wait.
Yeah, we've. To be fair, don't know how long the patient's going to take to heal up. Though we're getting Father O'Malley, you know the thing.
Yes, yes. I still never asked him why he has so many names.
I think he just got drunk and decided to change it one day.
I think he just remarried into 15 different clans. At once.
Yeah. Polygamy's banned here, right?
Yes, in all lands, which is probably why he ran. I never
Yeah.
asked.
Yeah. Do you ever see him with a woman?
No, actually, I've never seen him with a woman.
What about men?
Never seen him with a man either, outside of when he's actually working with his colleagues to sanctify an area or provide a service or anything of the sort.
Then he's just a really odd fellow.
He is. I
Yeah.
think he's in love with his job, perhaps his god. And he seems to look uncomfortable at that idea.
I would never look. I'm not going to look at that force statue ever again. I now may realize why it's very, very whiter than most statues. Oh.
Wow.
Yep. I don't want to say it was PG-13, guys.
Wow.
Can you just bring the land crab when it's back to the?
Yes, I can have it come back. I can have it come over to the Raven's Wing when it's returned.
Actually, and also gotta ask, where did you put my robot horse? You know, the busted one.
Oh yes, the busted one. I actually have an old colleague of mine is currently using it as he's exploring up in the northern fringes. I believe he's on an assignment to meet up with some of the wandering camps up there.
I really gotta stop giving you all my stuff to play with.
I don't play with your stuff. I make use of your
I
stuff.
need no. I mean, I need some of my things back so I can enjoy them.
Yes, well, the moment it comes back, it can be at your disposal.
The moment I remember how to make my robot bears, I'm not giving it to you.
I think we just need to train more druids.
I know I can make them. I just can't remember the blueprints off the top of my head.
Yes, of course. Is there anything else you need?
Well, you can give me everything in your workshop, but that ain't happening.
At this point, I think we can go back to the tavern, and Father O'Malley will arrive with Vesha, and he'll be directed into the patient's room. He'll kind of just look over. Ah, yes, you got her awake again. Perfect. Let's take a look. See. Definitely an elf. Be alive. Hold on. Are you sure she's alive? I'm pretty sure she's alive.
Oh, good.
Paige just kind of shakes her head. Paige just kind of holds her hand to her forehead. It's better than trying to find Garrett, and he is the second most skilled healer in the area.
I think Barbard would be more.
You do not want to deal with the bard. Oh, yes, see, let me take a look, see. It appears just to be a... Thank you for wrapping that up. It's hard to tell with elves. So let me see. It just looks to be a severe case of exhaustion out of character, 5 levels. I do believe we would just have to let her rest for a while. I suppose I could use some magic, though that magic is not particularly cheap for the components of it.
If it's just rest, we can wait a few days before we leave.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to change much.
Yeah, she would be back to tip-top shape in about 5 days. And she could probably still walk around and do things in about 3 or 4.
Let's bed rest it for 4 days then, just to be on the safe side.
And Nomi, as I've decided her name is now, will kind of nod. We'll see how I'm feeling in a few days, but I don't see any objections to this right now. It's just, I'm not sure how things are going to work out at the end of this. And Faye just looks at her. We can always work out an agreement when you're feeling a bit better just to make sure things are resolved.
I think we could work something out and be in staff here to have food and drink delivered to you so you can rest in bed.
And Phaedron, yes, that will not be an issue. Vesha will be happy to do that. Nomi
Now
just
she's
kinda,
in better shape than she was, so.
yeah, Nomi will just kind of sigh and nod. Yes, it's not the best circumstances, but I am better off than I once was. Yes. Yes. Of course, thank you. And let's see. Yeah, Father O'Malley will leave at this point. I sadly did not have a lot more going forward because I wanted to have the things set up and find out explicitly where you're going. So you're going to ignore the harpies for the time being and going straight to investigate this?
For now, until we get more of a lead from like scouts or
Yeah.
hunters regarding where the
Yeah.
harpies might be
Yeah.
nesting.
All right, fair enough.
We were just
Yeah,
told, the harpies
you
knocked down the people from the sky, and that was about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you could have spent, or you could probably have focused on learning more information instead of tracking this if you wish. But since you do have a direct lead on this, as I said, I don't have anything properly set up for this. I could go into the journey, but I'm half thinking about throwing in a random encounter here and there on the travel. So, yes. Yep.
Yep. Well, violence does come with a job, one of our professions, unfortunately. I'm sure things will work out. Besides, I move faster than she does, so I don't think she'd try anything.
All right.
Yeah, you're probably overreacting. Besides, just pave the way forward, and everything should work out in the end. You try having mother of all headaches or fingers. That is true. That is the worst headache of all times. You rely a little bit too much on that stuff. Trust your gut on this. Well, trust her as much as you can. If anything, remember the saying: keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. So if you're really that worried about her, keep her closer. Yeah, I can understand the need for that. Alright, well, for now. we'll just continue on and see what happens.
As the side comment, I didn't actually go into anything prophecy related to Yasana's backstory when we started off the whole thing. Were you fine with me going into the whole prophecy thing?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so this is at the end, so the beginning when everything else was, but the thing with Yasana and her twin is there was a twin, which I can actually look up the explicit thing of what the prophecy is if you care. You want me to? Do you mind if I say that?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna change much if anything.
All right, so like prophecy has in her family of twins born under a blue harvest moon, one that has a crescent moon on their shoulder shall bring posterity. This prophecy relating to Yasana's twin sister, and as all the pampering and everything that went through with her sister, as well as Yasana not really agreeing or at least seeing the point of this prophecy, she was kind of a bit more distant, which did eventually lead to her kind of leaving with Jade to be bounty hunters and everything, and kind of puts forth a complete uncaring attitude towards prophecies. That's the
Yep.
Yeah. So opposites right there. All right, and other than that, it was also that is how I say her name. That is my apologies.
So it's not me. Got it.
Yeah, it's Nomi.
Nomi.
Not me. Not me.
It's not Naomi though. It's just Nomi. With that, however, I do honestly think that I'm going to have to call it there because, as I said, I don't have a lot more prepared going forward.
All right.
But I think for the startup of getting things into things, I've given you guys enough plot hooks.
For now.
Shut up, phone. I just
Shut
have
up,
to.
phone.
I got beat some kids, so.
Yep.